Morning with Ameer. Hi friends, welcome to part 2 of reading Lulu's piano lesson book. If you have not watched part 1 already, you might want to watch it first. Its link is in the description and at the end of this video. In the first part, we saw that Lulu spent the whole week playing and did not do her homework. Lulu's mommy kept reminding her about the homework of her piano lesson, but she kept delaying and saying later, soon, not now, and in 10 minutes. On Monday, she played on the swing. On Tuesday, she rode her bike. On Wednesday, she climbed up the apple tree, and on Thursday, she played with her teddy bear and stuffed toys. Finally, Friday came and it was the time of her piano lesson. At first, Lulu did not want to go because she didn't do her homework. But then she packed her bag and walked to her piano teacher's house. Let's see what happened next. Please press the red subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel. But Lulu packed up her music and slowly walked to her piano teacher's house. As Lulu walked, the tune of Old MacDonald swirled around in her head to the sounds of her own shoes on the sidewalk. Tip-tap, tip-tap. Lulu's stomach felt like it was on a roller coaster, rising and falling with each step she took. "Hi, Lulu," said her teacher when he answered the door. "How are you today?" "Good, Mr. Sharp," said Lulu. Lulu always said good, even when she didn't really feel that way, even when her stomach turned from not having practiced. Lulu finally blurted out, "I didn't practice this week." "What fun things did you do instead?" asked Mr. Sharp. Lulu talked about Kara and Mercy, the swings in her yard, her bike rides, climbing the apple tree, and playing with her stuffed animals. The more she talked, the better she felt. Lulu forgot all about her stomach ache as she continued. "I'm sorry that I didn't practice the piano this week, but I heard a lot of sounds that were like music to me," she said. "There were squeaks from the swings and thumps from the apples falling and rings from my bike bell and woos from the wind and tip-tap from my shoes to the Old MacDonald's song that were playing in my head when I walked here today." "Can you sing those sounds for me to the tune of Old MacDonald?" Mr. Sharp asked. "Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Sang Lulu. On his farm he had his shoes, E-I-E-I-O. With a tip-tap here and a tip-tap there. Here a tip, there a tap, everywhere a tip-tap. And a tip-tip. Lulu liked to sing. It wasn't hard. Like reading notes and playing the piano. She sang on about the sounds of wind howling, apples falling, swings squeaking, and bicycle bells ringing. "Now that you've warmed up, how about playing your lesson at the piano?" asked Mr. Sharp. "But that's what I didn't practice," said Lulu. "Try," said Mr. Sharp. Lulu stared at the music on the page. At first, the notes looked mostly like black dots on lines. Slowly, Lulu figured out what the notes were. She remembered their alphabet, names, and where they were on the piano keys. Mr. Sharp helped her whenever she asked. The song started to come from the piano as Lulu played the notes written on the page. She played them over and over, each time getting more sure of herself, each time playing the piece a little faster. I did it, she said. I can read the notes and play the piano at the same time. And I didn't do it later. I did it now, said Lulu proudly. And you made up new words to the song too, added Mr. Sharp. Lulu felt good. Her teacher clapped his hands loudly. Bravo, Lulu, he said. For next week's lesson, practice old MacDonald and see if you can memorize the piano part. Lulu's lesson was over. Her stomach ache was completely gone. Lulu skipped, Lulu ran, Lulu danced, and Lulu sang all the way home. The music of the piano lesson was still in Lulu's head, this time played by a huge orchestra, where the violins went squeak, squeak, the triangle went ring, the flute went woo, and the large timpani drum went thump, thump, and a tip-tap. Tip-tap was made by the conductor as her baton kept the beat. Of course, Lulu herself was singing along while reading the notes and playing the piano at the same time.
Okay.
Lulu, Lulu palulu, Lulu lulu,
Do you find it? Here.
Lulu lulu, Lulu lulu, Lulu lulu.
Or you wanna read some words first? You
I
wanna?
just want to read Lulu.
Okay, Lulu.
Now a question for you. Which musical instrument would you like to learn to play? Piano, flute, violin, guitar, drums, or something else? Sidewalk, a paved walkway along the side of a street for people to walk on. Roller coaster, a ride in an amusement park in which you are in a car that goes up and then rapidly down a steep incline. You love roller coasters?
But I'm scared too.
Me too. To turn, to move about vigorously, to blurt out, to say something suddenly and without careful consideration. Instead, as an alternative or substitute, stomach ache, a pain in a person's belly, to continue, to carry on with something, to figure out, to come to understand, to discover, to find a solution, to remember, to recall, to make an effort to keep something in mind, proudly, with a feeling of deep pleasure or satisfaction in one's own achievements, qualities, or belongings, to clap, to strike the palms of one's hands together repeatedly, typically in order to applaud. It's like applause.
Yes.
To memorize, to commit to memory, to learn by heart, to remember, to skip, to jump over a rope that is held at both ends. Orchestra, a group of musicians playing musical instruments. Timpani, a set of kettle drums, especially as used in an orchestra or band. Violin, a stringed musical instrument. Flute, a wind instrument made from a tube with holes along it. Conductor, a person who directs the performance of an orchestra or choir. Baton, a thin stick used by a conductor to direct an orchestra or choir. Beat, a regular rhythmic sound or movement. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe to my channel Learning with Ameer and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. See you next time. Bye.